Hello and welcome to another fun-filled nonsense retrospective. I'm your host as always, Rick. Joining me equally as always is Devon.
None of you voted for it, but we're doing it anyway.
Yep. We're doing Smiling Friends Season 2. Just in time for Season 3.
Yeah, we're a little bit early, but by my calculations, the first episode should drop on Sunday, so 2 days after this episode comes out. So if you're not caught up on Smiling Friends, fucking catch up so you can enjoy Season 3. Although that being said, Rick, don't know about you, I suspect you don't really need to watch all the Smiling Friends to still enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like... When we were talking about Season 1, not every episode was a banger. Season 2, I think my favourite overall episode is in this season so far.
It's really hard to top Charlie Dies for Real.
It was. I kind of really liked The Enchanted Forest.
That's true. That was a good... I know you said they weren't all bangers, but I disagree. I think they were all bangers in Season 1. I'm very high on this show.
Yeah. Then again, like, Smiling Friends Go to Brazil was kind of like an orphaned episode.
Sort of, but I also think it encapsulates what Smiling Friends does best, and that is just weirdly real scenarios in this otherwise wacky world.
Yeah, it's giving the characters kind of like a creature comforts treatment of letting the voice actors have a little bit of fun with a bunch of non sequitur conversations and then animating it over the top.
I don't think it works that way. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, like no. Like
it's not like I feel like using creature comforts as an example is a bad example.
Yeah, because creature comforts very definitely is just regular interviews, whereas Smiling Friends is very definitely scripted. Yes, there's ad libs, but it's generally scripted.
Yeah, because, if you're against ad-libbing, then you're against art, to a certain degree. If you go, no ad-libbing, then you kind of don't trust anyone.
Yeah, it speaks to control freak control freak tendencies.
Yeah, and that's a great segue for me to say, fuck you, David Cage. For those of you who don't know, David Cage is a French director who really wants to do films, but instead does video games and says that you're doing video games wrong, this is how they should be, and most people who play video games go, no, these kind of suck. And in the most recent one of his endeavours, Detroit Become Human, almost every single part of the game where he had the least involvement were the good parts of the game. Including the main actor playing Connor, who had to fight David Cage to keep one... During a couple of scenes, he would wink, because he thought it'd be fun to give Connor a character trait, and apparently had to argue for days on set with David Cage to let him keep it in. And it's like, Jesus, it's a wink!
Yeah, fuck's sake. Christ.
Anyway, I digress. Fuck David Cage. Let's talk about Zach Hadel and... I've forgotten his other name.
Was it John Cusack?
Michael Cusack. There you go. Cusack was correct.
Why did I say John? Is it because of Joan Cusack?
I don't know who that is. So, maybe, but I don't know who it is, so...
Isn't it the lady who was the C-3PO in Spaceballs?
Well, I didn't watch that, Rick.
John Cusack, he's an actor.
Okay,
he does
cool.
Stuff. Yeah.
But yes, we're going to talk about Season 2 today of Smiling Friends. If you go back to, I want to say it was like a month, maybe a month and a half ago, we did Smiling Friends Season 1. Fair warning, a lot of this podcast is just us going, man, that joke was funny.
Yeah, yeah, we're eating the member berries about Smiling Friends, again.
So something we found out during the setup of this episode, or rather we're reminded of, is that, fuck me, there was 2 years between seasons.
There was. It didn't feel that way, especially to me, because I didn't watch Season 1 until after it had finished. Between Season 1 and the episode 9, as it were, because you'd finished the whole thing before you recommended it to me.
Yeah, I do tend to finish things before recommending them, just in case they turn shit.
Yeah, just in case they have a last minute swerve into garbage.
What was
Look at you,
what was the
Darling
sci-fi?
in the Franks.
What was the sci-fi show in which they had an entire season where the end stinger was a guy waking up and the entire season was just an extended dream sequence? Was it Stargate or something?
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Either way, I remember reading that and going, boy, I'd have been pissed.
They did that in Roseanne.
I don't think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, like like in Roseanne, the final episode just reveals that, this entire last couple of seasons was just her fan fiction for what if her husband had survived the heart attack that he had.
What's this? I mean, that's fair, but what's that show where it ends and it turns out the entire story is just an autistic kid looking at a snow globe?
Oh, shit.
I think it's like The Good Doctor, or it's a doctor fucking program, because it's just like, man, it just zooms out and it's so... I've only seen this scene of the entire show because it's so jarring in how funny and weird it is, because it cuts to a bloke just going, man, this autism thing sure is weird, and the dialogue's a bit more nuanced than that, but that's the crux of it, and it's like, who the fuck wrote this?
I mean, I've seen some doctor things on YouTube, because, YouTube just feeds you shit, and it's one of the ones is the autistic doctor who always gets things right, and he's like a socially awkward house.
I know what you're talking about, because the first episode has him ripping out a pipe cleaner and doing a surprise that thing where you stab someone in the throat and make them breathe for a tube, and it's like, cool, that's going to get infected.
Yeah, and that's even though you might have saved their life, it also is literally assault without anesthetic.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the fucking... Unfortunately, I typed in fucking autism and I'm getting a bunch... Google is just cancerous at the moment, and it says, do vaccines cause autism? And the answer is no, but it's still the first thing it's asking me.
Oh, Christ.
Fuck it, whatever. I'm not going to find it now, but I swear to God that's a real scene.
Yep.
And it's so fucking weird and so out of nowhere. Anyway, we're not talking about that form of autism. We're talking about our form of autism, which is enjoying cartoons despite being men in our 30s. Yeah.
And I've got a very definite timer on that.
Oh dear. Yeah, doesn't your timer run out at the end of the year?
Yeah, my 30s have a countable number of minutes remaining.
Oh. Oh, Rick, no. Alright, shall we start in the logical space with episode 1?
Yeah. Ooh.
So what's the title of this episode, Rick? Because I didn't realise it was named this bollocks.
Okay, Gwimbly Definitive Remastered Enhanced Extended Edition DX4K Anniversary Director's Cut.
I absolutely adore the introduction of Grimbley.
Yeah, and this came out on April Fool's as well.
I mean, we've long joked about it, but I don't think we'll ever do it. But we've always joked about having an episode of the Nonsense Review come out on April Fool's Day where we react to a book.
Yeah.
And I believe you said what we should do is we should read a chapter, but literally just read it on air.
Yeah, and then at the end we just go, oh wait, out loud.
You just hear the occasional flick of a page. But yeah,
even better if it's one of the ones that we do with the webcam, like we used to do for the live streams here and there.
I really wish we never did those.
Yeah, they were not good.
Well, we were given not advice. Well, I guess it is advice where it said, "Oh yeah, you should just do it with your faces," and I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to do that in the first place, but someone said, "Oh, it'll be a good idea," and then turns out it didn't add anything, and now people know what we look like.
I'm guessing that most of the 80-odd subscribers know what we look like anyway.
I don't know, man. We've been getting more and more subscribers lately. Don't know why. Don't know what we've done different.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe the algorithm is finally helping us.
Yeah.
Instead of destroying small YouTubers as they promote Mr. Beast for the millionth time. I don't know what it is about Mr. Beast, because he must only get fed to you if you're the most I'm not going to try and say that word, but I think you can guess what word I was trying to fucking use.
If you're a blank slate account.
Yeah, because unless you look for that type of shit, and it is shit, don't watch that content. It's exploitative at best, boring and dull as fuck at worst. Slop, I think, is the word most people like to use nowadays. But, if your account has any activity on it at all, you don't get suggested Mr. Beast shit, because it's shit, lowest common denominator.
Yeah, okay, most people have a slight inclination towards cats or dogs. Look for one or the other of those, and that will now dominate your destiny. That's better than Mr. Beast.
I don't know about you, Rick, but I find that the algorithm's getting worse in the sense that it no longer tries to feed you stuff that's related to your interests so much as it just goes, as you say, I looked at a dog video. My feed is nothing but dog videos now. Where are all my subscriptions? Where's all their content? That used to be in a fun little box at the very top of your thing. Not anymore.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, if you click a VTuber once, forever will it dominate your destiny, so there is that.
I clicked a VTuber once, and it will dominate your feed for about 2 weeks until it goes, oh, you don't like VTubers? Alright, back to wrestling.
Yep. And it seems to have forgotten that I used to watch cooking videos, so it don't give me those anymore.
Yeah, it's... I mean, I know we shit on the algorithm, but it did used to be useful, and now it's just crap.
Yeah. And if we're talking about, like, machine lobotomies, the sat-nav in the car has decided, following the road is now a action that makes me tell you to go do a U-turn. And that was...
genius.
I shouted at it.
Well, you've got one of those cars that's got the subscription service, haven't you?
Yeah, so...
that might be part of the problem.
Yeah, like it has over-the-air updates that just make it worse.
Yeah, our mutual friend of ours, thankfully, his sat-nav is an app on his phone. It's not connected to the car at all, but, I mean, obviously you connect your phone to the car and it makes it work. It's the car-branded sat-nav, but it's just on his phone.
Sure, okay.
Which, is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good way of taking the processing power out of the car, making the car not have to do anything.
It's that old fucking Letterkenny joke of they go into the bar and the bar owner's having troubles with their car and they're like, it could be the carburetor, it could be this, it could be that, and then one says it could be the computer, and they all start fucking mumbling because if it's the computer, it's just fucked. There's no fixing this.
If it's the computer, it's fucked. It's got to go back to the manufacturer. It's not something that like the regular people can just fucking like do a bit of open car surgery on.
But speaking of computers, Grimbley's from a computer game.
He is. He's CGI animated.
Yeah, and he's animated shittily, and I loved it.
Yeah, so he's got like a low poly PS1 sprite. It's great.
And he's got frame rate issues.
He does.
But yeah, we get introduced to Grimbley in one of the best ways possible because he's just getting sprayed by the hose because Alan is like, he's dirty and disgusting.
Yeah. He needs to be cleaned.
And obviously Pym recognises him, and we basically start doing our adventure for the day. Charlie doesn't really give a fuck. Oh wait, no, Charlie gets sidelined by the fucking really scary man.
Yeah, he does. The really scary man is he finds out the only thing that makes him smile are things that are incredibly violent, like ripping off Charlie's nose.
I mean, you got it's weird, isn't it? Because it actually starts with like he makes Charlie dress as a maid, and it's like a weird fetish thing, and then it's like that we get that scene of Charlie begging. It's like, please, just smile. I just want you to smile, and that's when he gets the nose ripped off, and it's like, sorry, that thing was distracting me. Yeah. And what is it about screams in this show that are just always placed in the funniest places possible?
It's when the head tilts up and you get the full O face scream.
Ah!
Yeah, that.
So for those of you who are listening along, you might notice that scream was pathetic, and that's for two reasons. One, I don't want to blow out the mic, and two, I'm not the only one in my house.
Yeah, you live on planet Earth, and
yeah. But yeah, that's basically Charlie's subplot. Alan and Glep don't really do much in this episode, apart from Alan's early, I'm spraying the dirty man. And we get the... it's basically Grimbley wants to be in a game again. And, we meet the fucking perfect encapsulation of every modern-day fucking CEO of video game companies.
Yeah, and he spends his entire time just, like, dipping his chicken nuggets in shit.
Yeah, it's one, that's really gross, and then two, they pay off that really gross joke with an even grosser joke, because when he finally dies, he bleeds and he starts going and dipping his fucking nuggets in blood.
Yeah, it's like in his own blood. Yeah, that's great.
I forget the character's name, but we meet fucking basically their version of Doom Guy 2028.
Troglaw.
Yeah, and he's he just does what he's told.
Yeah. Other than the fact that he fired his cannon inside the building,
It's
and
like,
he got
whoa.
bollocked for it. You got yeah. This is not just our building. You're not supposed to fire indoors.
And he does that fucking thing that I hate whenever managers do, because I've dealt enough with them. Dealt with enough of them. And that is that he goes, listen, I'm totally cool with it. I don't mind. But company says we can't do X, Y, Z. And it's like, yeah, okay, you can just say you don't want me to do the thing.
Yeah, and then later on, he tells Troglaw to kill the Psycho Man, and he's like, well, but I'm confused. You told me not to fire indoors. Which is also something that annoys me about managers, where you get told a very obvious categoric thing that is very obviously a blanket rule, and then, like, not even a couple of days go by before they ask you to break it.
Yeah, so my general solution to that, and I feel like this is a good advice in general. Now, bear in mind, I make minimum fucking wage, so I don't care at the best of times. So keep that in mind when I say this advice. If you make a job that's like triple figures a year, maybe don't follow this advice.
100 quid.
Sorry?
100 quid.
Okay, you know what I meant. I said triple digits. I meant 6 digits. Leave me alone. But technically speaking, I make triple digits a month. Like, that's how badly I do. But anyway, general rule of thumb is that whenever I get one of these very obvious, like, hey, do this, I repeat what the rule is and say, this is what the rule is. If you want me to go against this, that's fine. But if I get in shit, I'm taking you down with me.
Yeah.
Like, you are the one who told me to do this. And that's about the only way you can deal with it. Obviously, by the way, if they ever tell you to break something that's clearly a health and safety rule, that's a straight up fuck off.
Yeah, if they tell you to break something that is a law.
Well, laws, yeah, fine, I get you. But, like, specifically health and safety, it's like, oh, put your hand in there while the machine's running. And it's like, no, I'm not going to fucking do that. Piss off.
But
if it's something like the policy is we don't do X before 7 and it's 6 o'clock and I want you to do it now, then I'll be like, yeah, the policy's this. So you should, I don't mind doing it, but if I get in shit, I'm telling everyone you told me to. And this only applies to managers. If it's a colleague, I'm like, fuck off, you do it. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah. Cause if a colleague is asking you to do something, it's because they don't want to do it.
Well, yeah, because it's against the rules, and I'll get a bollocking.
Yeah.
But yes, Grimbley has a little adventure for himself. I say for himself, he's being led around. Well, he's dragging Pym around. We find out the fate of 2 of his former co-stars. His friend, I think it's Mr. Centipede, has been dead for 6 years, and it's like, it's not fuck fair, man. And his rival is happily married, and we hear his wife screaming in terror in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, man, I gotta go. But all's well that ends well. Everything gets wrapped up in a nice little bow for this episode. The scary man ends up breaking into a smile, and we get a bit of a post-credit scene of him being like, I just wanted to be your friend, speaking to himself while looking at a picture of Charlie. It's very weird. But Grimbley does get a game. He ends up joining the cast of a Super Smash Bros. Ripoff.
And so does the boss.
Oh yeah, the boss is in that scene. It's really weird.
Yeah. The boss is like the next unlockable character. How'd you get in there, man?
And if you'd like to see what we do with a Super Smash Bros. Roster, we have like 6 videos on our channel.
We do.
They're all terrible.
They are.
Especially the one where Rick forgets what characters he already put in the game, so has to scramble and make shit up on the spot.
Banjo-Kazooie. Oh shit, that's really...
Dude, the fact that you did that, bullshitted another one, and the bullshitted other one was also one you'd already picked.
Yeah. Look. I have 3 brain cells, and if the same 2 of them are rubbing together, you're gonna get the same. You're gonna get the same output.
Well, that's very fair. That's the end of the Grimbley episode. Is there anything else you want to mention before moving on to episode 2?
Do you have a favorite gag?
I don't think we should do this for every episode. Should we do this for every episode?
We can skip it. This one isn't one where like favorite gag is really a thing. I kind of liked how pathetic Grimbley was when he was doing his Fiverr.
Oh god, yeah.
His like chin up, vertical filmed happy birthday video on his phone in an alleyway.
I mean, in the same vein, I've mentioned it like 4 times already, but I really don't think there's topping Alan just hosing him down. It's like, why are you doing that, Alan? It's like, he is dirty.
Yeah. And then apparently Alan kicks one of the secretaries in the face and goes, "Oh, you startled me."
Yeah, Alan is like an underrated gem in a lot of these episodes, apart from his episode, in which case he is a very obvious highlight.
Yes. Episode 2, Mr. President.
Yeah, so you pointed this out to me pretty much again as we were just sort of sitting down and chilling before the episode started, in that Season 1, Mr. Frog showed up in Episode 2, Season 2, he showed up in Episode 2. It appears he's going to be the Episode 2 focal point of Season 3 as well, so this might be a running theme, much like Episode 4 seems to be Halloween episodes.
Yeah, and the finale, like, can be Christmases?
Yeah, you're right, they would be, wouldn't they? Because the first episode was Christmas, first season, and this one was also Christmas-y adjacent.
Yeah, so Halloween and Christmas are things that happen on those weeks.
Yeah. Which is it's even funnier with this season, because like this season ended in June, so the Halloween episode came out in May.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got Mr. President. We've got President Jimble, isn't it? Who's only president because he was the vice president and his president died.
Yeah, and it was. I think Charlie even straight up says, "You are the worst candidate for this position ever. The only reason you're here is everybody else died."
Yep. Charlie does his best to remain completely apolitical.
I remember that. I remember the gag quite well. It's quite funny where it's just like, man, I don't really do politics. It's all bullshit. And then in comes Mr. Boss of just like, hey guys, guess who you got to put a smile on the face of? The president of the USA. And it just cuts to Charlie doing that scream again. Ah!
So they specifically put a yellow tie on President Jimble to make sure he's not got a red or blue tie.
Yeah, so he's a Lib Dem.
Yeah.
I get it, this joke works, it's in the context of the US of A. However, in Britain, we've got 3 main parties, and yellow's one of them.
Yeah. We got red and blue, who are the other way around, and yellow, and then all the other ones that are it's just like
the only one that gets a pass is green because it's in their name.
Yeah, the greens are green, and then didn't what's his face, who I'm not even going to bring his name up, pick purple, and then like they abandoned that.
He was purple when he was UKIP, which again people have such short memories and seem to have forgotten that he's been a member of like 5 different political parties in as many years. And now that it's I think it's just called Reform, isn't it?
Reform is like the pale blue green, is it?
It's like a cyan.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't follow British politics, and I don't blame you if you don't, things look pretty grim over here, because if we had a general election right now, guess who'd win?
When in doubt, vote against Farage.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't about politics, although this episode even this episode isn't about politics. It's about a fucking bumbling buffoon who somehow made his way into the White House, and he eats chicken and gravy. He's constantly covered in food stains. Kudos to the actor. He went all in and making himself look as stupid as possible. He was super up for just being a fucking oaf, and he played it well.
Yeah.
And of course, against this, who do we have running against him?
Mr. Frog.
Hello.
And also Squiggly Miggly.
Oh, he don't count.
Well, he's important because he gets assassinated by the worm cabal.
Yes, so I love this trope in cartoons, in shows in general, where it's like, here's the sinister organisation behind all the world's politics. It's a fun twist that they're all worms, but it's a good bit. It's a good bit because a lot of people like to think that there is a sinister cabal behind all of politics, when in reality there is no sinister cabal behind all of our politics, or at least not a hidden one. You can see who is influencing politics. All the money is very much out in the open.
It's like Frankie Boyle's one of what's the reason for this economic downturn? It was the banks. They showed you them doing it.
Yeah. Like, think of the average person. Think of how stupid he is. Half the population is dumber than that. Thanks for that one, Carlin.
Yep.
But yes, the ultimate deciding factor is Charlie stumbles upon some of these worms, and he's like, "Hey, I super agree with you guys. Mr. Frog is definitely the better candidate, despite being a demon, and totally
who literally eats people. Yeah,
and
including the cabal, who were originally trying to put him on the top, and then realised, oh wait, we are now in the firing line. It's literally leopards eating people's faces.
Well, it's a bit different, isn't it? Because, Mr. Frog's a demon, but Mr. Frog is Mr. Frog, so most people assume he's a frog, and Charlie goes, frogs eat bugs, and that's the deciding factor for the Cabal to be like, well, we gotta get rid of him.
Yep. And then as a final act of revenge, they reveal who the deciding vote was.
They did. Who was it?
It was Glep.
Yes. How could you, Glep?
Never mind that half the other people in Pennsylvania voted for him.
It's really annoying, isn't it? Because it's like always like, here, we're going to put all the blame on this one person, but it's like the one person didn't actually decide it. He was one of many.
Yeah, like every other vote is just as much to quote-unquote blame.
Yeah. Like, imagine being a sinister Cabal with that amount of power and still fucking up.
Yeah. Yeah, like all three of the candidates have something as a reference to the one who shall not be named. The hand gesticulations from Squiggly Miggly, the fat slob from Jimble, and the TV celebrity who's very definitely doing crimes from Mr. Frog.
Yeah, I wasn't really going to dwell on this.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about weakest episode, I feel like this is the weakest episode of the season.
I don't think so.
You think there's a weaker episode this season?
Yeah, I think the aliens one is like technically not as good.
Wow, it might be my second favorite episode.
Okay. Yeah. So the finale is Mr. Boss going, "Oh, I can't be blamed for what happens," and then, "Oh, just kidding," and then, "Oh, well, I guess I got to do it then now."
Seriously though, I'll fucking do it. It's one of those where when he immediately backed down, I was like, "Oh, the censors told them not to do this joke," and then they just kept running with it, and I was like, "Never mind, it's just the Smiling Friends brand of humour."
Yep. Worms rule the planet.
But yeah, I don't really have a favourite gag from this episode because, again, I'm not a big fan of this episode in general. I'm not going to say it was a waste of Mr. Frog, but, could have been better.
It's because, Mr. Frog is our first real returning non-main character, which makes him into a main character by proxy.
That's not how that works.
I know, right? But you know what I mean, though, right?
It makes him our first reoccurring character. That's all you need to say. It's fine. He's nowhere near the same level as the rest of the cast.
Nah. Although you could say he's just as much of a member of the cast as Glep now, because Glep basically doesn't do very much.
Just because Glep doesn't do very much doesn't mean he's not always there.
Yeah. But then we get to what I think is probably my favourite, Alan Adventure.
This is a good fucking episode.
Yeah.
So Alan is sent on a grand quest to get paper clips, which is a bit of a callback to the previous season where they were missing paper clips.
Yeah, and the person that has the paper clips uses them for repairing all of the electronics. And
so why don't you use your nose?
And it's exactly the same shape, and it matches the shape of the paperclip. And he tries it. It's like, wait, what the fuck? This is amazing, and he's so happy he gives Alan the only box of paperclips left in the town.
Yeah, it feels like the world, right?
Yeah, and then immediately, I steal things, man.
Yeah. But before that, though, I think we really do need to bring attention to the interaction between Alan and the spider-armed creature stocking the shelves. Because being a retail worker, I've been on both sides of this discussion, and it's too real, and two, oh god, I hate Alan in this scene.
Yeah, like, the boss is the guy's boss is the worst, though.
Well, yeah, cool. We find out during this scene that, like, he's on work release or something, or, like, a parolee, and it's, like, one of the only jobs he can get, and it's like, I'll talk to your parole officer, you'll go back to jail, and it's like, oh, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
But the thing that bugs me the most is, like, Alan, and I might be misremembering the scene slightly, and I apologise if I am, Alan just goes, excuse me, and the guy's like, yeah, 1 second. And yeah, he says it a bit shittily, but he does say, give me a second, you know? Because he's rushed. And then it just escalates from there because Alan's a dick and the guy ends up being a dick, and there's this basically borderline screaming match. and there's the bit that makes me side against Alan is when the argument comes to a close, he has this shit-eating smile as he fucking walks away.
Yeah. And then we've got the Alan's landlord.
Yeah, we meet him at the beginning of the episode, and it's a bit weird as to why. And then, the episode closes, and it's like, oh, that's why.
Would you like to sit with me and play Burnout Paradise and drink Dr. Pepper for the PS2?
Very interestingly, is in some versions of this, they had to censor Burnout Paradise because they didn't have permission to talk about it, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because they didn't take the piss out of it.
Yeah,
There should be free use.
Yeah, it's just, would you like to play this thing that I like?
And like Burnout Paradise is a game that a lot of people love to this day.
Yeah, it's like Burnout is pretty much the example of the let's make things blow up car game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally like Burnout, and now that I'm gonna have to censor that, but but you know, a lot of people did.
Yeah. We get the skeleton pirates.
Dude, this episode's a fucking fever dream.
It is.
Don't we get that after Bigfoot?
I think we do.
Or was it before Bigfoot? Either way, I remember Bigfoot the most because Bigfoot just picks up the fucking paper clips, puts them in the back of his... or rather, they end up in the back of Bigfoot's cave, and then we just see Bigfoot leave the cave and have a piss. But have one of those pisses that you've been holding in for an hour, because he just goes, oh, as he starts tinkling.
Yeah, we've all had one of those. And eventually the two things that we end up with is bringing the paper clips back to the boss.
Oh, before that, we should do the landlord scene with the bomb.
Yeah. So the landlord has the bomb
strapped to his chest of all things.
And yes, you will hang out with me again. And it's really a case of all you have to do to stop this is to play Burnout Paradise on the PS2 and drink Dr. Pepper.
But maybe Alan's like me and he doesn't like Burnout. I do remember this scene quite vividly because we get the old man shopkeeper going, use the paper clips, it's the perfect shape. By the way, this isn't a flashback, I died like 5 seconds after you left. And then I think he gets dragged to hell.
Yeah. The landlord spent close to $1 million on orchestrating the entire episode.
He bought a helicopter.
He did, and the sea monster.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, he bought the sea monster. And hired the skeleton pirates. He hired the undead.
It would be cheaper to just not play Burnout with Alan and just find someone else who likes Burnout and Dr. Pepper. I'm sure there's plenty of people there.
Yeah. And I think he also explicitly charges Alan less because he wants to be his friend and do this.
He also bought the world's supply of paper clips.
Yeah, he did. And Mr. Boss gives Alan his little figurine of himself.
I don't really want this.
I really want this.
Mr. Box looks and sounds so hurt.
Yeah, he's so hurt when he gives it to Charlie. It's like, it's your gift, man. You can do what you want with it.
Again, just that really perfect blend of absurd and real.
Yeah, I've never done it in front of someone, a regift. Actually, I don't think I've ever regifted anything.
I don't think I've regifted anything, but I've given a few things to charity shops.
Yeah. We have something in the house, and my mom is like, do we know who gave who this? Because it's someone else's birthday coming up, and I don't want to re-gift them the same thing.
Just buy a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Jesus. Although you're saying this, right, and a weird fucking story. I wasn't going to bring this up on the podcast because it's not really relevant to anyone's interests, and it's technically a rumour, however I believe it, so therefore it might as well be true. And wouldn't it be magical if that's how the world worked? Enough people believe something and that okay, it's true now. But yes, Vince McMahon had his 80th birthday not too long ago, and rumour has it, it was only his closest associates and friends, 100 plus people, and to all of these birthday goers, he gave them all a gift, a bust of his own head. So I think once you have a certain amount of money, you just stop rationalising things. It's like, yeah, of course people worship me. They would love a small miniature of me. And that might be what Mr. Boss's logic was.
Yeah. Except Mr. Boss is almost entirely benevolent.
Okay, I appreciate what you're saying, however, the next episode.
Well, yeah. Yeah, the next episode, the boss finds love.
Yeah, so the boss finds love with a demon whose name escapes me, but she might as well be called Jezebel.
Yeah, Brittany.
My name's Brittany, and I like ponies and puppies and sucking old man dick. And yeah, so everyone immediately points out that she's a demon. Mr. Boss doesn't care, partly because it's Mr. Boss, and partly because there might be some sort of spell in play.
Yeah, and I really like the reanimation animation of this where they make it into Rouge the Bat?
I've not seen this, I don't think, or if I did see it, it was long enough ago that it's escaped my memory.
Yeah, so the bit where they confront her about, oh, well, you tied the boss to his chair and stole his soul, and like we're gonna like eat him and steal his company, and she goes, yeah, I did do that, but you didn't have to be so mean about it.
Oh, and I'm guessing it's in relation to the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode's full of great gags. I do like Drunk Charlie at the wedding just throwing about a knife and Pym going like, "You're scaring me, Charlie. Stop."
Yeah, and because Pym spent a lot of money on that knife.
They don't know that yet. That's later on when he goes to stab Mr. Boss's wife, and it's like, this is fake, Charlie. It's like, dude, I paid like 40 grand on that. Dude, you should get your money back. It's like, I can't. He left town.
Yeah. Spending 40 grand on anything is, if it's not a house, yeah, probably don't.
Good luck getting a house of 40 grand.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fucking like, caravan, maybe.
Even 20 years ago, I found it like super unbelievable that one of my co-workers' daughters had found a house for 40 grand. I'm like, what are you bought, a shoebox?
Wait, no, you can't do that, Rick. The joke is there. Only fools and horses did it. What is it, a Wendy house?
I think we get my favorite cameo in this season.
I was just gonna mention this. Go for it.
It's hi, I'm the Daniel the Demon Slayer. I slay demons so you don't have to.
Yeah, it's Doug Walker, isn't it?
Yeah, Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, so I really appreciate Doug Walker, mostly because can compare him to one of his colleagues whose name escapes me. Oh, what's his name? The guy with the glasses.
The Angry Video Game Nerd.
Is that him?
Is that who you're thinking of, or are you thinking of someone else?
You know what? I'll just Google Angry Video Game Nerd, and then if I get the right picture up, then I'll know that's who I'm talking about. Give me 2 seconds.
He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
I don't think it's Angry Video Game Nerd, because I think he's fatter, the person I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Am I thinking? Hang on, I think I know who it is. I'm just going to Google the name. I'm thinking of Linkara.
Oh, okay.
Because the two of them more or less worked in similar fields. Only Plays, which is where I first discovered Zach Hadel, is always taking a piss out of Doug Walker and Linkara, and both of those people react very differently. Doug Walker sees these jokes and laughs and goes, "That's pretty funny." Linkara sees it and he fucking rages, but not in a funny way, just in a, man, you make a living out of taking the piss out of other people, so your reaction is disproportionate, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's a really good, it's a good cameo. Doug Walker did good, and honestly, it's such a good piss take of of the state of YouTube nowadays.
Brittany's also had a bunch of previous victims, like Napoleon Bonaparte.
That seems unlikely.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
That one I can believe.
Emperor Charlemagne.
Okay. I'm not really familiar with Charlemagne. I'm familiar with like the fictional version of Charlemagne.
Yeah, and now the boss. And yeah, she gets dealt with by falling to her death and getting impaled by thorn bushes.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. I think I know what my gag of the episode is, Rick.
Go ahead.
It's when they're about to watch the Doug Walker video, and Alan is looking at the creepy doll in the corner, and it just goes, "I love you," and he goes, "Dude, that's fucking creepy." It's like, "Yeah, I know, I'm holding on to it for my uncle," and then later on, after the video finishes, it just goes, "Bleh!" and Alan's just clutching his chest and going, "I knew it was gonna fucking do that." It's so good.
Yeah, was it Tara the Android or something?
I don't know its fucking name. I just remember it being creepy and funny.
I do love when Alan just goes, "Fucking hell," or something like that.
The episode ends on one of the reasons why Mr. Boss was marrying Jezebel. I'm gonna keep calling her that. I know she's Brittany. Is because technically speaking, he gets half of her property, which means he now owns a quarter of hell.
Yeah, he goes all the way, and hell is still ignited from when Charlie set it on fire during his stint in hell as well.
Just the visual of Mr. Boss arguing with Satan over a fence.
Yo. But yeah, the next one, The Brother's Egg.
This is the episode that features a lot of work by Joel Haver.
It does. So yeah, it's well, the coconut guns. Yeah, Donkey Kong. He's a classic. And
and just so you know, if anyone shoots you, it's gonna hurt. That's just how guns work. You're not special.
You're not special.
I like Joel Haver. Whenever his work crops up, it's pretty funny. I don't know about you, Rick, but it really does warm the cockles of my heart seeing YouTube guys give other YouTube guys a chance.
Yeah, like giving each other big ups.
Like, I will shit on what's his name all day, every day, Rick and Morty guy.
Yeah, Justin Roiland.
But when we hung out together earlier on in the year, we watched that Super Halloween Spectacular that he ran, and it was just him, like, basically, because he was the showrunner, to my understanding.
Yeah.
And it was just him going like, cool, here's a bunch of people who do animation on YouTube. Here's 10 minutes, go.
Yeah.
Make it horror.
Here's 10 minutes, make it vaguely horror themed. I'm assuming he gave them a budget, but yeah, like make something go, and we'll put you in the credits.
Well, I remember watching those credits, and it was just YouTube guy, YouTube guy, YouTube guy, YouTube guy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I'm aware that Zach Cadle was also doing a lot of heavy lifting on that show because he was voicing one of the main characters, but I don't think he was the showrunner on it. I think he was just involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brother's Egg. It's an interesting setup premise to an episode, and pretty much runs off of a running gag that Zach Cadle brings up all the time on Only Plays, and that is he's obsessed with homunculus.
This is also the one where the boss pranks Charlie and Pim.
It's Jared Fogle.
It's Jared Fogle. We're trying to make Jared Fogle smile. And Charlie's like, no, this is the one time I'm drawing a line under this. I'm not defending a paedophile.
Oh, he wasn't defending, just make him smile.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's not. I usually appreciate fucked up humor like that, but that's crossing a line. And then I believe Mr. Boss remedies the situation by barking like a seal. And then, oh no, my face is stuck like this.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got the two brothers. What is it, Daniel and Doug, the scientist and the Joel Haver man.
Yeah, sounds correct. It's so weird, isn't it, seeing just Joel Haver in Joel Haver's style against the rest of the show.
Yeah, especially with the the animation glitches that are very obviously baked into the style.
Oh yeah, it's magical. Yeah. The crux of the thing is that he's trying to make life, and I think Charlie gets it in one. We're just like, dude, just find a woman.
Yeah. It's a little bit more difficult when you're socially that.
He is very socially fucked up.
Yeah, he's very much socially that. Like, he doesn't wear shoes, does he?
I didn't even notice that. But again, it's just... I keep bringing it up because I have to. It's bringing real scenarios into this magical fucked up world, because the crux of this is that the brothers' parents have both passed away, and they both reacted very differently. Joel Haver's character had to just keep on trucking and going because he had no choice, but the mad scientist kind of broke. Like, he was already stunted and fucked up, but like it just sort of pushed him further into the wacky science bullshit.
Yeah, like the Joel Haver character had just had to step up and be like surrogate dad for his little brother, who has always been, if not the favorite, then the one who was allowed to get away with shit, which is very obviously gonna feel like the favorite to the hardworking one, you know?
It's really difficult because when we first see Joel Haver's character, he's incredibly reasonable. He knocks on the door and he's like, hey, are you doing this mad cackle science laugh thing? And we're in the other room and we're trying to watch a movie and the walls are super thin, so can you keep it down? Which is a super reasonable request. And he even says it like that, where he's like very tired and just kind of like, listen, can you be quiet? And then it escalates very quickly. And it's just like, well, you're not always perfect. I'm not always perfect. I fucking pay the rent. Get out!
Yeah. Professor Psychotic is his villain name.
And then back to the wackiness. We've got the I believe Pim deals with the Joel Haver character, and he goes to see him at his workplace. And I think he works with Goblin. happens.
Yeah, and they're like on a construction site, and then someone dies.
Yeah, and everyone's quite upset. I believe that's the triggering point, because it's like, oh, you could just die at any minute. It's like, oh, do you really want bad blood with your brother over this? It's like, fine, I'll talk to him. But then we cut to the brother, and we're with Charlie, and they're in this weird restaurant where a bunch of fish-type creatures are flying around. And Charlie very casually goes, okay, so what you do is you grab one, and then you twist it like this, and you pop that out, and then boom. It's really graphic.
Yeah. The other brick joke, the bookend, is at the beginning, Alan doesn't want to watch the two fat guys wrestling for ham.
Again, that's so Zach Hadel.
At the end of the episode, because he couldn't find the remote, he ended up watching the whole thing, and it changed his life. He's in tears.
Yeah, they're very greasy, fat bastard type characters.
Yeah, they're not even like full-on sumos, they're just fat men.
Yeah. And yeah, Charlie tells Dr. Psychotic to, hey man, have you tried even talking to a woman? And he grabs the fucking waitress, just goes, hello, I'm Dr. Psychotic, I'm making life, do you want to see? And she just goes, ah!
Like, the only thing that would make it even more on the nose is if he like jammed the egg in her face multiple times in a row.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, but the egg hatches into the homunculus.
And this is while the brothers are straight up trying to kill each other, by the way.
Yeah, and it gets the brother, stop fighting.
Can't you see you made life? We have to look after it and nourish it. Yeah, this episode is fun, but boy is it weird and creepy in places.
Yeah. And then we have the Charlie, Pym, and Bill versus the alien.
Don't remember Bill.
He's just in the title.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this one's pretty interesting. I don't remember a lot of the side stuff, because there isn't really side stuff. We just kind of focus on the guys.
Yeah, I think this is the one where like Alan and Glep don't show up at all.
Well, quite possibly. I don't think we see Boss either.
Yeah, we might not see the boss.
Because the episode more or less starts with pretty much just gets straight into it, if I remember correctly. I'm going a lot based on memory, guys, so if I get things wrong, I'm sorry. And we pretty much start at the camp out in the middle of a wheat field, and you got that one crazy drug guy doing a bunch of weird crazy drugs, and he's ranting and raving about aliens, and it becomes quickly apparent that he doesn't believe in aliens, and that's why he's okay spouting all this nonsense and bullshit, because as soon as the UFO shows up, he's like, oh my god, it's real, and fucks off.
Yeah, that's Fillmore, isn't it, apparently?
Fillmore?
Yeah, apparently his name's Fillmore.
Okay.
Aliens haven't shown up. But yeah, the other thing that sticks out to me about this episode is where they get Charlie to press the button to destroy a planet. It kills like multiple millions and billions of sentient people, and they say, "Oh, it's all just a prank." But like they do it in the not that it didn't happen way, but but because they say that it's a prank, that makes it okay.
That's not what happens, Rick.
Was it not? Okay.
You're correct. It's a prank, but the prank is that planet doesn't have anyone on it. There's no one actually on there.
Okay.
So it is harmless. It's harmless in the sense that no one gets killed, but they did blow up a planet. I do find it funny the way they managed to get them to actually press it. It's like, here's this cube where you'll be tortured for all eternity. If you close your eyes, this happens and this and blah blah. And it's just Pym and Charlie just like, oh, and Pym just goes, I can't go in there, Charlie. It's so fucking real. And then they press it, and then the space cops come. We're glossing over a lot of stuff, but the main thing of this episode is just Charlie and Pym trying to convince the aliens that, yeah, they're cool, and that's where they get to the point where they blow up the planet. And that's when they fucking start having that screaming match with the two aliens, where it's just like, that's not cool, man, fuck you, we're not even aliens. Oh, we knew you weren't even aliens, which is a fucking dumb fucking thing to argue about when you're both aliens to each other.
Yeah, like if you're not the same race, then you're at least unknown to each other, and they're definitely from different planets, so definitely alien to each other.
I don't know about you, Rick, but it took me the longest time to realise, I say the longest time, I think I was like 14 when I finally clicked that when people said illegal aliens, they meant Mexicans.
Yeah.
Because I just
not
thought,
E.T.
I thought E.T. works, but I thought they meant like great little grey men with big heads and giant eyes, and I'm like, are they real? And they're illegal?
E.T. against the law.
Again, not American, so I think I could be excused a little bit.
E.T. break laws.
Yeah, he does. This episode ends on probably my second favourite joke. Definitely my second favourite stinger. There's another one that just edges it out, I think. But it's when they return back home and the Earth
it's under a glass dome. Yeah,
the Earth is just flat, and it's so funny to me, especially the bit where Charlie just goes, "We can't tell anyone."
Yeah, we got to take this to our graves.
The flat Earth bullshit is bullshit, but it would just completely just unravel every piece of knowledge that we have. Well, not every piece, a lot of our knowledge and understanding of the world. If yes, in fact, the world is flat, that would be fucking mental.
Yeah. Well, there's the other one of it's a super Earth, and the bit that we claim to be the world map is just a small portion of it. That it's comparatively flat, but that's because it's only a part of the greater super Earth, and there is an ice wall around it.
The version of that I heard is not even an ice wall. It's a manned wall protected by the Illuminati. Because if we were to ever escape the small walled off bit that we're part of, then we'd realise that there are overabundance of resources, which then means the man won't have control and monopolies on things and won't be able to charge us extortionate prices.
Yeah.
These people don't think very hard, Rick.
No.
I will make note of one more joke before we move on, and that is during the flight back home, they're talking about the party, and Charlie was like, "Did you see that like alien version of Tony Hawk they had?" And it's like, "Yeah, man, I'd play that if that was real."
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. And next one, the magical red jewel, otherwise known as Tyler gets fired.
Yeah, this happens within like 2 seconds of the episode, and he's literally just a guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy that shows up in the opening scene, and the boss is really, really sad to be having to let him go.
I mean, Charlie straight up just goes, "If you fire Tyler, you're firing me," and Tyler has to calm him down. Just goes, "It's okay, guys, I'll go home."
Yeah. So Tyler, a fifth smiling friend, not Smallmoo, getting fired by the boss.
This decision cannot be undone.
And in the stinger, Charlie's actually, still friends with Tyler.
I mean, you don't suddenly stop being friends with people just because you don't work with them anymore.
Yeah. And he says, like, we're going to go get drinks after work because you're leaving. And he kept his word.
Yeah. This episode's weird. I don't entirely remember Charlie's subplot. I remember when Pim fucks off with Mr. Boss, we cut to, their subplot is they have to look after the little homunculus baby of Mr. Boss, and it dies immediately.
And this is where we get the chat about Alan nibbling Charlie's nose.
I've been meaning to talk to you, and it's like, I love how Alan just goes, "Well, sorry, I did not realise." Like, yeah, well, you did. It's out in the open. Don't do that again. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And if you go all the way back to that episode, he does indeed do that.
But yeah, the creature in charge of Spamtopia has a big eye. Do not look in his eye.
Yes, no one's allowed to look in anyone's eye.
No one's allowed to look in anyone's eye.
Pim ends up fucking up in that he does look in the big eye, but not because of the big eye. It's because a mosquito lands on it and starts sucking blood from it, which is a really gross thing to look at. Thanks, animation team. But also, how can you not look?
Yeah. And the guy's not bothered about it, even though like a blood vessel like bursts. Like, yeah, I don't like eye stuff.
Did you just look at my giant eye? Yeah, man, it's pretty dire straits for Pim and Mr. Boss. You watch as a random squiggly gets just fucking torn in half by the big eye man, and Mr. Boss, being the helpful and kind boss he is, like, "Take the fucking cyanide pill, Pim!" Pim manages to accidentally save them, doesn't he? Because he does a prayer in the local language. It's like, no one should know that prayer. Pim, Mr. Big Eye.
yeah, because they were like pen pals from like the Newgrounds days, and like a lot of the voices are done in that style of. This hardcore piece of audio was brought to you by.
Yeah, it's a very, very choice. The law, all laws end up getting abandoned because Pim's like, I have a weird eye thing too. You do have weird eyes. Ha ha ha. Fucking dick.
You're the big one. Which, if you've seen the teaser for season 3, he gets his one big eye shrink.
Oh, that got immediately not retconned, but changed.
Yeah, smiling shorts, eye surgery.
Another smiling short actually came out not too long ago of a little pixie type creature. He's like, oh yeah, thanks man. Yeah. It's like, oh, we're just so happy to see you smile. And I gotta go now, man. And it flies off, it fucks off. And Charlie's like, yeah, that's cool. And then it's like, I can't find my wallet or my watch. And Pim's like, oh, don't worry. Oh, I can't find mine either. And it just cuts to Alan just going, he stole them. And and they're like,
stole them.
Well, why didn't you say anything? It's like, I was surprised. So yeah, Pim ends up calling the cops, and Charlie gives chase. We will never know what happened because it was a YouTube short, and therefore will never be resolved.
We then have our finale, the Dana Snyder episode.
The who?
Dana Snyder. He's Scratch from Molly McGee.
Oh yes, he's Gazpacho.
Yeah,
from Chowder. He's in a lot of things, and he's one of those voice actors where, because he's got such a distinct voice and he's fucking everywhere, chances are if you don't know the guy's name, you will just call him by the first character you heard him as.
Yeah, and it's one of those characters where it doesn't matter that he does the same voice every time.
No, of course not.
Because you're specifically, you want the guy to do that voice for your thing.
That's true. That's very true.
But yeah, they build a snowman. I think Charlie and Alan intentionally make it shit because they don't want to do anything. But Pim's taking it seriously, and he puts a radioactive daisy on its head, and then he goes, "Oh, I don't know how I didn't notice that it was growing out of radioactive waste."
And there's a lot of radioactive waste too.
And the boss is like, "Okay, I gotta go, peace," and then he like jets off with his like rocket shoes.
Yeah, it's rocket powered moon boots, and it's like Alan's very smart. Alan's like, yes, who do you think made the boss's moon boots? What is it about Alan and his voice is enough to get a chuckle out of you most of the time?
It is. It's just like, oh man, he's used just the right amount. I think is the actual takeaway from it.
I mean, even in his standalone episode, like he didn't talk too much either because it was mostly action.
Yeah, it's just him being exasperated most of the time, and now and again he just has to react and go, "Fucking hell!" And he always enunciates properly, and that's part of what makes it more funny,
I kind of get you. But yeah, much like in this episode, he hasn't got much to do. He just kind of pops in from time to time, and isn't Mr. Boss straight up willing to just shoot Frosty?
Yeah, because Rotten doesn't want to die because he
No. This is before that. Like,
oh yeah.
Before he fucks off on his moon boots, he's like, okay, well, time to kill. And it's like, no. We get this really awkward moment, shall we say, where they're experienced life. It's all happy and it's all good. And then Pim's like, well, everything has to die. And then we get the Bill Nye song.
Yeah, when he gets electrocuted mid song by his hot air balloon just like descends into a power line.
This version of Bill Nye deserved it, because it's like, we got birds and the bees, and squeezes them to death in his hands, which is a horrible thing to do. Yeah,
and then Rotten resumes screaming forever.
Yeah.
They stick him in the freezer, so
we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's near the end of the episode, Rick.
Okay.
We immediately go from like Bill Nye's gruesome and horrible death to Charlie just sitting down looking devastated. It's like, I can't believe we just witnessed that. Before that, we've got a bit more of an entertaining solution in that they pretty much go to the Himalayas and leave Rotten there. It's like, there you go, just stay here and you'll be okay.
Yeah, and then the Yeti comes. He's very angry.
He does. He does. It's like, me and my wife haven't been able to sleep for weeks. My wife is in hysterics. If I see either of you two on my property again, I'm beating your asses. And then he goes away, and Charlie's just like, okay, rude. And he just comes straight back, goes, what was that? Figured. Boom. Smashes the fucking wall and fucks off. Rick, I will give you an internet cookie if you can tell me who voices the Yeti.
The Yeti? I don't know.
It's Chris O'Neill.
Is it? Okay. Okay.
And he plays himself.
Fair. Sweet.
But yeah, it's after this that it's like, cool, so what the fuck do we do about this? this because we can't take him back to the Himalayas. And it's like, I know, we'll stick you in the freezer, which is the bit you were alluding to. And it's a bit funny, isn't it? Because Rotten kind of has the epiphany while locked in the freezer, where it's like, well, I'm not dead, but I'm not really alive. And I feel like a lot of people have this conversation with themselves, don't they?
Yeah, when you're just kind of like existing as part of your daily routine, and you're just kind of going through the motions. You woke up, you experienced today, you went to bed, and like, is this life, or is this just like tiding it over?
I think it's okay, listen, if you're doing this while enjoying yourself, like having hobbies and stuff, you've got a problem and need to perhaps seek professional help. Specifically, it's people who like get up, go to work, do their job, come home, have dinner, go to bed. They don't do anything else with their lives. I think it's that type of person where it's like, yeah, I need to change something about myself. Because there are people who do just go through the motions, as you say, and if you do just go through the motions, you need to change. Like, even if it's just like immersing yourself in something else, whether that be a hobby, even video games. Video games is just a hobby at the end of the day. It is something to do. And if it makes you feel good, then great.
And if it don't, then time for the next hobby.
There will be something in life that gives you fulfillment, and like if you've got a career that you feel like fulfills you, on the one hand good, on the other hand you really should have something more.
But yeah, this aired basically 6 months before Christmas.
Yeah.
The episode is Pim finally turns green. Pim does not turn green.
The joke there is a bit of a meta one as well, because I think I told you during the last season of Smiling Friends, during the retro, originally Pim was going to be green, but they had to change it because, to quote Mark Cusack, Green Pim was cursed.
Yeah.
The way he says it specifically is so much funnier than I could ever do justice to.
Yeah. Oh, no, Green Pim was cursed.
But yeah, the episode ends on a bit of a highlight, but also a bit of a downer, because they managed to take Rotten out of the freezer. They put him in like a mobile freeze box, and they use him to keep some beers cold while they take him to the beach. And some dickhead, I think it's the same fat dickhead who took a bite out of the shrimp way back when, knocks over the cooler and just goes whoops and keeps going. And Pim almost cries. It's like, no, don't die, Rotten. We can fix this. And then Rotten's just like, it's my time, Pim. Bye. And then in one of the most terrifying concepts ever, he becomes the ocean.
Yeah, and like he eats a cruise ship and is now about to crush a bunch of people on the beach.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's Charlie or Pim that raises the question, but it's a good question, and that is, wait, is Rotten now the entire ocean or just that patch of the ocean? It's like, he's coming this way. We gotta go. But yeah, if it wasn't for this, I think the alien gag would have been my favourite, but this is really up there.
Yeah, like, it's a good one to end the season on, yeah.
And hey, guess what? If he's now an ocean spirit, he can show up in the future.
He can, if he wants to. Like, if he is the ocean, cool. If he's just that part of the ocean, then I guess that part of the ocean has to go somewhere.
Slowly gets diluted with piss.
Well, that's just returning him to his original form, really, isn't it?
Guess it is.
Well, there's like blackened dirt, snow, and piss.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure his mouth was just a dog turd.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, they were not kind to Trash. Rotten. Rubbish. What's he called?
Rotten, yeah.
Rotten, there we go. I almost got there.
Yeah, this thing's rotten, man. Yeah, he's animated in claymation.
It's very charming.
It is.
So was the boss's wife, really.
Yeah, like she was done in like that 3D stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite. Yeah, it wasn't quite claymation, but it was like claymation, but using a computer.
Yeah, like model marionation. But yeah, that's bringing an end to this one for today. Like you say, your favorite gag was probably the alien one, right?
Well, no, I said the opposite, didn't I?
Oh yeah, okay. So your favorite gag is the finale of this with the
specifically the question of is he the entire ocean now or just that patch of the ocean? It's like I don't know.
Yeah. Whereas I think mine might actually just be the exact repetition of the earlier statement of, would you like to come to my house and sit down and play Dr. Pepper and play Burnout Paradise for the PS2?
You keep saying play Dr. Pepper, and I haven't called you up on it once, but it's just always tickling me.
Sit down, play Dr. Pepper. Play some Dr. Pepper.
I'm reminded of that joke from like American Dad where it's like, good old Mr. Pibb. He's not not so full of himself like a certain Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, we don't have Mr. Pibb over here. It's just the other company's version of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, let's just say Dr. Pepper is Coke, then Mr. Pibb is the Pepsi version.
So what you're saying is, if I lived in America, I'd probably prefer Mr. Pibb.
Probably.
I don't know about that. Dr. Pepper is such a unique flavour. Like, we've got a bunch of knockoff Dr. Peppers in the UK. Like, I remember Dr. Pop and Dr. Fizz, and they're both shit.
Yeah, Dr. Pop. I think Mr. Salt is the is the weirdest one.
Why would you call it Mr. Salt?
I don't know.
Salt
Dr.
is not
Pepper.
sweet.
Oh, just salt and pepper, I guess. So it's Dr. Pepper, Mr. Salt.
Oh, okay, but I don't like it.
Yeah. Like Lord Vinegar.
What, to counteract Lord Sugar?
Yeah. What is Baroness Mustard? Well, okay.
Well, it's mustard's a kernel, but okay.
Yeah, but like only the one in Cluedo.
Well, I'm just saying, mustard already has a title.
Sure.
Alternatively, you could have Miss Mustard from last series.
But yeah, any other thoughts about season 2 of Smiling Friends?
Not really. I think it was a big improvement over season 1, despite already thinking season 1 was a banger. So yeah, hopefully season 3 is at least on par.
Yeah. Absolute echo on all counts. Will be interesting. They're not going to do an intermediate episode because the next season launches this week. So watch this space for when we've seen it.
Yeah, probably won't be till January.
Yeah. So if you like the episode, there's the comment section down below on YouTube, and if you are listening on one of the many audio platforms instead, you can instead send us an email to
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. There's a comment section on Spotify as well. No one has ever used the Spotify comment section. I don't know why it exists.
Yeah, I think Spotify is the kind of thing where you pick something to download and have it. Coming back to something is kind of the antithesis of what Spotify is for. Oh well.
Okay, I'll say goodbye then. For those of you listening along, there was a big pause because I was expecting Rick to say goodbye, but he didn't, so I'll say it. We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye, everybody.